what brought you to Google Hangouts in the first place when you first looked at it?
I've always been fascinated with the face-to-face connection and the ability to have a deeper level of conversation and a deeper level of relationship using eye contact. As a broadcaster for many years, we would do the newscast and just be talking to people. It was one-way communication. We would go back in the newsroom and via text-based platforms like Facebook or Twitter or chatting with individuals' avatars, we would have a text-based conversation with them that was asynchronous. We would say it and then we'd go back in the newsroom and then we would get feedback. Well, along came the advent of smartphones, and so we got a little bit more conversive during that live conversation, whereas anchors and news presenters would bring their phones out to the news studio and have a live conversation with viewers during the newscast. But again, it was just text-based. So when I was doing the newscast, I would open up a Hangout behind the scenes of the newscast and have a live face-to-face conversation with these individuals. And what I found is that I felt more closely connected to them, and they reported that they felt more closely connected to me. And even on this platform today, some of my best friends and colleagues are individuals who I've met in Hangouts. I want to do business with them. I want to collaborate with people who I interact with face-to-face. I want to share my time with people who want to interact face-to-face. And ultimately, I think there's a deeper understanding and level of connection when you have eye contact. There was a recent study from Cornell University talking about brand trust. And don't we all, as businesses out there, want to boost our brand trust? And how do you do that? Well, this study from Cornell University, which actually studied cereal boxes and why they were staring at people in the aisles, why they were looking down and looking at the children. It found that eye contact increases brand trust by 16%. So you can imagine the power when you're dealing with your customers or your future customers or your key influencers that you want to develop a relationship with. If you do that within the confines of Hangouts, you are increasing the likelihood that your brand, that your personal brand, that your business's brand will be trusted. And I really think that's a valuable thing, that right now there isn't a metric to measure. You can't measure eye contact or a human connection with a +1 or a like or retweet. We don't have any metrics on this. All I know is that I was in a Hangout with Andy Brine, and I feel more closely connected to him, and I'm more likely to answer his emails or do business with him or collaborate with him or share his content because I had minutes with him or an hour with him in a Hangout. It's simple geography. What it is reducing the physical space between you and your customer. You're in the UK, Andy, and say you're my customer. It would be very difficult for me to get you to give me the time of day because I'm in the United States. And if I reached out via an email or a phone call or anything like that. But if I discovered you in a Hangout, and I was memorable to you, I had the ability to connect with you face-to-face, chances are that you might want to collaborate. You might want to share my content as well. So it's simply reducing the physical space virtually between your customers and your customers and your future customers.
Yeah.